We are live. What is up, everybody? We got Imani on tonight for an awesome expert interview slash training. We're gonna be talking about some omnipresent stuff. For those of you guys that don't know Imani, we're definitely gonna link her stuff, her IG in the bio, and in the description of this live. But tonight, and we're gonna talk about some omnipresence. She's an omnipresence savage. Right now she's killing it on Clubhouse. She's doing amazing work. I checked out her profile, guys. She has this individual right here has an amazing vibe. Like just by the presence, you guys will see just by the presence, the energy. You guys can just see, you guys can just see. Me and Zach were just on with her. We're like a minute and 30 seconds before we jumped on. You can automatically tell how transparent, how charismatic, man. I'm just excited to get you guys introduced to this person's world, and let's dive on in. So do you mind just telling the group a little bit about, who you are, who do you serve, and essentially kind of like a quick 2-minute backstory on why does you do what you do?
Right on. All right. Hey, everybody. My name is Imani Allen, aka Significant Impact, because my mission is to literally help people find and create their significant impact and then 10x that sucker so that you can become omnipresent. Because if people don't know you, I mean, can they really rock with you? No, they can't. So you got to put yourself out there. So yeah, and that I serve a lot of people from all different types of backgrounds. And I also serve a lot of people who aren't really clarified with what it is that they're trying to say. And so I help them clarify it in a shorter amount of time because I don't waste no time, straight to the point. Like I'm gonna hook you up and get you where you need to get to, and then also send you where you need to go so that the best people can help you when I can't help you. And that's what it's about. And yeah, backstory. Your girl would ask my mom. I would ask my mom, and look, I'm always talking in third person. I'm hyped.
Hey, come on.
So
Yeah.
I was just when I was younger, I would ask my mom what a word meant, and she would literally tell me, "Look it up in a dictionary." And after a few times hearing that, I just always looked everything up in the dictionary. And so my background is predominantly based on experience. I looked it up and then I tried what I didn't like, tried a whole bunch of things and see what I could find. And, God has really made it so that I'm a pioneer. And for the first time, like in a very long time, I would say I'm finally confident in actually pioneering and setting trends and things of that nature. So yeah.
That's powerful, man.
That is what's up.
That's
And
nothing
that's
but
why we
God.
really wanted you on here. One big
Thank
thing
you.
that we teach continuously is looking at someone's content. Man, so many people just don't know how to get their message out effectively. And they have a beautiful light. They have a beautiful presence. They have a beautiful skill, but they're just not able to put it out there. So that's why we really want to showcase you as well as, get your take. So, get your perspective. And I know you've been really killing it on Clubhouse. So it's been a new platform. It's something new. And I think it's a beautiful place for if you have a voice, to get it out there. What have been some big tips that you would say has brought you to the point to have the success that you've had on Clubhouse?
And really quick, if you guys are watching this live,
That's a
give us
great
a
question.
hashtag live in the comments. And if you guys are watching this on the replay, give us a hashtag replay. This is definitely the part where you guys want to take some notes because we're about to get drop some bombs down. So without further ado, yeah, definitely dive into that. That's awesome.
All right. So right out the gate, tips. First things first, when you hop in, if you are going to start talking, you need to make sure your bio is tight. The first 3 lines are the most important things because when you're in everybody's room and you're clicking their profile picture, you only get a snapshot of who they are. So you want to make sure that you stand out. Case in point, what I put and changed it to was I'm your favorite church girl from the hood that went to European schools, and I have a mission to actually, invest in my community. And so, like, that's like, whoa, hold up a second, church, hood, European, like, what are you saying? So all of these things. And also, you're also going to want to read the room. There are so many rooms happening, and because literally everybody can create a room, it's so easy to create a room. That doesn't mean that's the room you should be in. You shouldn't be on there just wasting away your time. In fact, because it's still not public for everybody in Android yet, you need to make sure that you are taking the time to find the rooms where you could take notes, connect with other people, and you guys just start, sharing the resources, things of that nature. And one of my biggest tips for sure is make sure if you are speaking right away, you're going to want to thank the person who let you speak. which is the main person who's holding the room, or if there's a team of moderators, be like, hey, thank you so much for, allowing me on stage. I'm here to share. This is who I am, things of that nature. And secondly, you always want to make sure you know what it is that you're talking about, because if you don't, there are some rooms they will call you out. I mean, there's been rooms they're like, let's find her. They're like, does anybody know this person? Get them on the phone because they need to come here because we need to address this right now. I mean, it's in real time. And, some people, they take things to the next level. But there are also rooms where, and, I'm not too big of a fan of them, because it's like you have to follow the moderators in order to speak. And so, yeah. And so it's like, hold up a second. Before I even get on stage, I have to follow everybody. What if their beliefs don't align with mine? Or what if what they say, most importantly, doesn't resonate with me? I'm not with that, because I'm gonna be like, shoot, I'm gonna go say what I gotta say because you got a large audience, but then I just might unfollow you, because if you treat people like that, I need to be sure that I'm there to help them up and pick them up. And so a great example is I'm constantly getting DMs, and one of the DMs I got was, because of your room, I'm going to keep the app. I was literally about to delete it. Wow. And she produces like crazy. Like, she is a powerhouse. She is a fire. Like, she is so fire. And, she just really needs that extra push and to really shoot bigger. Because sometimes when you start to reach your goals, if you're reaching them quickly, or if you're like, man, I'm going to make this in the next month, we're shooting too low. That just means God has a bigger plan for you. And sometimes people need to be reminded of that and be like, yo, let's freaking go for it. And one of the biggest tips as well is to make sure you have a team, AKA your tribe of people on the same page. For an example, I've got my friend Danny, I've got my friend Arinsky, and Danny and I, we met on Facebook from a Facebook group. And within the first week, like, we just vibed on Messenger. And within the first week, I'm like, yo, you want to go live? You want to go on my live, bro? I want to interview you. And it was like, it's still one of my biggest views between the last couple of months. And like, we just went in and like went raw and talked about, and like almost like imposter syndrome, faking it till you're making it, how it doesn't work, things of that nature. And we decided to hop on Clubhouse. And so what happened was that there was a different type of connection that he had with someone else. But then we realized, I was like, okay, I'm not going to necessarily, that's not the path that I want to go on. And then he had hit me up. We kind of talk about it. And then he was like, yo, I'm ready to do some rooms. And so I'm like, what you mean? And so he's like, I'm about to do some rooms every day. I said, okay, well, I got you. Let's rock it out. I'll be there to support. He's like, all right, what days are you doing it? And what times are you doing it? And I saw he was doing like Monday through Friday at this time. I'm like, okay, let me just match that, come with the same energy.
That's awesome.
And right. And like from there, what I did was I structured the rooms. So every day is a certain structure. So every Monday, everybody knows you're coming in. We're talking about resources that we went through throughout the week. We're like swapping them. We're sharing them. There was one of my favorite Mondays was the one before last Monday when we talked about books that changed our lives. And I mean, the room went on for hours. Like, we were just going by. And then what we did was we made an entire document. And I was like, hey, everybody, become an affiliate of Amazon. Put your link next to the book that you actually recommended. That way, when we're all going back to the list, we're supporting each other. And so like that just went to a whole nother level. On Tuesdays, we talk about bios because we really want you to stand out and bring your personality right within your bio. Wednesdays, we work on pitches. Oh, I love Wednesdays. Wednesday's pitch day, because then everybody, wherever they start, is not where they end up. And we're just like, throwing a whole bunch of gems. And then Thursday's challenge day, where there's always a prize. And I'm like, you guys, you're not going to know what the challenge is until you come. And so I spring it up on them. Like, you got to go live on Facebook, no more than 2 minutes. This is what you got to do. And then, there's been great like wins for the last 2 weeks. And this week, this week is next level. And so that's in my IG bio. But Friday's one of my favorite days as well.
What is your what is your username on Clubhouse?
Oh, at Imani Allen, IMIMANIALLEN. And so yeah, you just like my first and last name. Oh, you guys see pricelessfaithproductions.com. Yes. So yes, you guys see my website. I strategically put that on my Zoom. So when I was in, for an example, Grant Cardone's 10X challenge, like I'd like post it in the comments, and all you just see pricelessfaithproductions.com, just like roll it up.
That's how you do it.
Oh, that's yeah, awesome. 10X, man. You got omnipresence. But Fridays is a special day, because on Fridays we celebrate everybody's wins. And that is so important. People, we're not taking the time out to celebrate ourselves. We're not taking the time out to celebrate each other. But what if the people that you just rocked with the last couple of weeks got together every Friday? They're sharing their wins and we're like celebrating. I mean, May, I freaking love her. She's like, I cook homemade meals every day this week. We're like, yes, you better get it. Because we're like, no win is too small. That's huge. That's so much better than all the other crap. And we have a special guest speaker, which is phenomenal. And like, you know, that's always fun. I said, come take your notes because it's going to be a party. But one of the special things about our stages is that we make sure everybody's heard. We ping everybody. We're like, hey, you see us in the rooms, we're like, invite up so that they can speak. We'll go in order, but we want them to speak. And, you know, over time, the introverts will actually come up and then they'll share. And then they'll share the differences between our rooms and other people's rooms. And then we have the amazing Irinsky Easy. He's out in Jamaica. Mind you, Danny's in New York. I'm over here in New England, CT. And Irinsky's out in Jamaica, and he's a sales persuasion coach. And I was just sharing with one of my clients, literally how he came in. He was here for a few days, and then he was like, hey, Imani, if you want to make me a moderator, just let me know. Okay, I'm cool with it, right? And then like, you know, I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? His perspective is oftentimes opposite of mine, but he's able to still get to the point too. And so I rode with it, and I'm happier for it because between him, Danny, and myself, we've created a nice trifecta.
Wow.
But what, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Because Danny comes in with the mindset. He's like, look, we're gonna, you know, you can release, you can let free. You know what I'm saying? His rooms, people start crying, you know, because like people really like they're able to share their story. And with Irinsky, he comes in, he's gonna like ask you those deeper questions to get you there so that you can make it more clear. And then I come in, all right, tactics, let's do this. Like, let's rock this out.
Really, I like that. I like that a lot.
I need you guys to come on out. I need y'all
let's
to come
do it.
out.
We'll definitely go to Clubhouse. For those of you guys that are watching, let us know if you guys have Clubhouse down below in the chat. If you guys got Clubhouse or have been hearing the hype about it, type down Clubhouse in the chat. I know we'll probably jump off here like in about next couple of minutes, but I do want to ask you some more questions to get you guys some more tips, which is mainly about omnipresence. So with the way that you think about omnipresence, and everybody has their own ideas, they have their own strategies, but what does omnipresence mean for you? And what do you feel like most people get wrong when they're trying to become omnipresent?
Wow. Okay. What was the first? That was like 5 omnipresent questions. Let me get the first one.
It was just one. It was 2 questions, just very specific.
Oh,
it was 2 questions.
Okay.
It was, what do you compared with, because everybody else has their own little methods, right?
You and Irinsky will get along, by the way.
When there's a bunch of different methods, what I essentially wanted to throw to you was, in your version of omnipresence, what do you think that people should be doing, and what do you think that people do wrong when it comes to omnipresence?
Right. Omnipresence, you know, the great thing about omnipresence is that you're everywhere, but a great way to bring yourself everywhere is to literally find people that believe in you, that you're giving to. Because when you're giving, the law of reciprocity, when you're giving and genuine and you freaking care, I hope that wasn't the wrong thing to say. But when you care about somebody, they're going to talk about it, but you take care of each other. And so becoming omnipresent, a great way to do that is to build your core team and then lift everybody else up. What we've done just on Clubhouse alone was we're like, look, we don't got time to talk all day. We don't want to talk. Y'all can hear us talk. But those of you that have been here, we just started making them co-mods. And like I told them, I said, I've got expectations, you know, like you guys, because we're starting to get busier with our consultations and things of that nature. I expect you guys to also do what we're doing with you, which is you're going to find those people and then you're going to keep it going. And so what we'll do is like within my room, the idea machine, what we'll do is I'll intro and then I'm like, all right, y'all take over, do your thing. Because they're going to get their feet wet. It makes no sense if you're hearing us all the time. That's not how you grow. You grow when you get your feet wet. And so we're like, hey, you know, like right in the bird's nest, fly. A lot of the times people get it wrong when they try to do absolutely everything. And I've been people. So, you know, I can tell you right from experience, you know, my goal is to definitely, of course, get on every social network. But what I learned is that I can't put too many networks on at the same time. because
Mm-hmm.
you're going to stretch yourself so thin, and then you're starting to get DMs, and you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings if you don't respond in a timely manner. And so there's so many aspects to it, because it's not just posting. It's not just posting. You have to make sure that it's relevant. You have to make sure it's exciting. That's why y'all see me dancing or whatever, or
Yeah.
like how
Gotta
I,
make it
yeah,
new.
Ain't nobody
yeah,
gonna
you,
watch this if it's a boring session.
yeah,
Like nobody's gonna watch this.
nobody's gonna watch Bueller's Teacher. Yeah, nobody's gonna watch Bueller's Teacher. And like I had my friend Jose, and he's all the way in Florida. I was like, bro, do me a favor. I need a moment. I need to kind of think of some more things, sign into my Facebook and go live. So it's just like kind of like you dropping on them. And so like he did. And so I was like, that everybody's like, hold wait a second. I thought, is this Imani? And then it's just like this random dude on there. And so, you know, kind of shaking it up and mixing it up. But you can't just post. All right, right, points, right? Let me get you these points, because I'll start running on. You cannot just post. You have to be strategic, because when you're strategic, you're able to make sure that you're making the right things that's going to be engaging, that you are replying to every single person that comments on your content. If you're not replying, that's the worst thing ever. It's going to, exactly like Zach was just going like that. That's going to bring you down in your algorithm. You want to go up in your algorithm. That means genuine comments, genuine CTAs, and you're taking the time to also thank them for being there. Things of that nature. Like, you got to put your best foot forward, and you can't do it on every single platform unless that's the only thing that you're doing all day. And so you also have to post at certain times, things of that nature. So I'll give you some stats. Between December and Facebook, I've gone live almost 90 times. And as a result, and this is every day, y'all. This is every day. Every day. Between those 2 months, I amassed over 7,000 views and almost like 700 comments around there, and just under 60 shares. So those are the things that it's like, okay, longevity. A lot of people want to go viral instantly. It's not an overnight thing. You want to build for longevity, especially at your speed, because then if everything's coming at you at once, you're going to be overwhelmed, and then you're going to take a step back and drop the ball. Especially if you're energetic like me, you get super excited. I'm like, nope, one step at a time.
It's
And
good
then
that,
on
it's good that you mentioned. It's good that you mentioned that, because
oh
I think
yeah,
for everybody that's listening, I heard this from I'm not sure where I read this, but I read this today. And there was a dude that was talking about how he went viral with a lot of his videos, but he never posted a lot of videos at the beginning. So he had to find a way to combat that. So there is a blessing and a curse. You want to go viral, or you want to go really big, or you want to get a bunch of leads and a bunch of sales. But what happens when you do get all those sales? How are you going to support your clients? How are you going to fulfill all those needs? Everything is happening for a reason right now. If you're not closing sales, it might be because you might need to work on some systems. If you're not getting the right feedback in Messenger, you're not creating the right content, take a look, open up a new perspective. But no, that's awesome tips. I appreciate you jumping on for sure. For everybody that was watching,
let me know.
definitely tag some more people so you can check it out. Go follow Imani on Clubhouse. It's definitely key for you guys to be omnipresent. Do you have anything you want to add in, Zach?
Yeah, I just want to say, number one, thank you so much for hopping on and discuss more about what you do and your passions. I just want to say spot on to what she's saying. You know, a lot of people want to, post these huge long posts, going deep every second. But what you don't get is this is a social platform. And a lot of times going live, starting a conversation, or doing content that's going to start conversation where you're able to reach back out with them in Messenger, to interact in the comments. Those are the things that are actually going to help you to get in the DMs, to transition you as an authority, and also to allow you to be able to teach someone, hey, maybe you should have done this, or hey, maybe it's just a mental breakthrough of something, or maybe it's what she had done previously where she makes a connection with someone, and man, you might find your dynamic duo or your trio that really helps you move to that next level. Don't get so caught up with every conversation, or every post being just some long drawn out thing. Add these posts where you're able to start these conversations, and really the Facebook algorithm will thank you, and you will see a lot more engagement and grow in that consistency. I would much rather you post, consistently week by week than only make one good post, every other week. you're not gonna get buyers that way. You're not gonna grow your business base in that way. Statistically, you actually have to have someone see you around 6+ times before they'll ever even decide, hey, I trust you, I like you enough, and my emotional side, I'm actually gonna buy from you. So stay in front of people. Don't ever get tired of telling your story, and keep staying out there and be omnipresent. So I love that she shared that omnipresence. Guys, follow her. Check out pricelessfaithproductions.com if you really like what she's shared and about being omnipresent. And if you have any questions for her, we'll make sure that she sees them after you comment them below.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We'll catch you guys inside of the group. Awesome time being on here with every single one of you guys. Till then, we'll catch you guys in the group with another expert training / interview. Till then, become omnipresent. Get on those Facebook lives. Create that content. Don't just make it out of your ass, though. Actually have a purpose behind it. Get it done. Get it created. Be impactful. Teach something. So till then, we'll catch you guys on the next one and have an amazing night. Peace out.
Peace.